Xin chào, Onagio. Hello, ni hao. Alright, so today is a very special vlog. It's going to be just about the coronavirus in Vietnam. A lot of you guys that, watch my channel are planning a trip to come here, might be in the next month or so. You're all very curious, hey, should I come here? Should I delay my travel plans? What's the situation here? First, I'll just start off with the general feel from the people that are here right now. This was already a face mask city. Lots of people wore face masks because, the smog's so bad, etc., etc. So a lot of people always wore their face masks when they were driving their motorbikes. But now, you can't buy a face mask anywhere. They're sold out in every store. They're sold out everywhere. If you go to the grocery store, it takes, 25 minutes just in the queue to ring out. The entire place is packed. All the carts are in use. All the baskets are in use. The water at my Vinhomes is sold out pretty much at all 3 stores that we have. There's not a panic, but there's just a sense of, well, just in case. So let's stock up. I did stock up. Let me get down to some facts. Let me tell you how it is right now. Let me actually sit down so we can discuss this real properly. First off, if I had a trip here now and I was coming from the States, would I come here now? Would I delay my flight? Now, this is a factor of 2 things. If I'm coming by myself, I probably would still come. We only have, let me sit down, open the phone, and I'll give you the exact, statistics on how many are infected here, how many they got in quarantine, all that stuff. Let me put the tripod up. Okay. Let's see. Let's get a good look right at me. Yeah, fat guy here. Okay, so first off, let me get right into it. So right now, as of now, this is from Vietnam News, we have 5 confirmed cases of infection in all Vietnam. 3 Vietnamese returning from Wuhan and 2 Chinese nationals. The cases that were found in Saigon, there was 2 of them, a dad and his kid. They're both in full recovery. It didn't seem to have spread. There's no more new cases of it in Saigon, Ho Chi Minh. So I think Ho Chi Minh's relatively safe. So if you're going to come to Ho Chi Minh and just stay in Ho Chi Minh, I would say you'll probably be okay. Now, if children are involved and your wife, I probably would delay my trip. It's flu season anyways, so you're just going to have sick people here anyways. You should be good by March or April. They'll probably have a containment on this thing. There's so much conflicting news. The problem with this is China. They don't tell us real information. They never have. It's a communist country, and it's run by the iron fist of the CCP, so they control everything that comes out. They were locking up these doctors. There's 2 or 3 doctors right when this came out in early January that were, telling their friends on WeChat, hey, we've got a possible, coronavirus here, or SARS-like type virus. Take precautions, wash your hands, wear a mask. So if you are going to come, you need to buy the N95 mask before you come. And they recommend you change the mask every 4 hours. It's more difficult to breathe in the N95 mask because it's a respiratory. It actually, filters out. So if you're wearing it right, it's tough to breathe. That's pretty much how it goes. And you'll want to change it every 4 hours, and you'll want to wash your hands frequently. Now let's talk about travel for the rest of Vietnam. In Hanoi, they've got 13 people that had fevers and stuff like that they have quarantined right now and that they're watching. So it seems to be as the more up north you go, the more potential danger there could be. So if you're planning a trip like to Da Nang or to Hanoi, I probably wouldn't do that trip. I would just come to Ho Chi Minh. If you're going to be going to Hong Kong, I wouldn't be going to Hong Kong right now either. Hong Kong has been very ignorant on their border closing. They've only closed about 8.1% of traffic borders. The main 90% traffic border, where 90% of the Chinese come through, is wide open. The Chinese have already come to Hong Kong and pillaged all their medical equipment, like masks for sale and stuff. So as far as it being like a major threat here and being like paranoid that you're gonna get sick, as of right now in Ho Chi Minh, I don't think so. But like I said, if it's got your family involved, I would postpone the trip. I'm not particularly worried about it here. I have no symptoms. I feel fine. I don't get my shipment of N95 masks till Monday. They've done all the research on the paper mask and all the other masks. They're less than 0.5% effective. So what would be the point of wearing that? That's what, 0.5%? I mean, come on, that's not going to do anything. So until I get the proper N95 mask, I will then wear the N95 when I have to go out and go shopping and stuff like this. But relatively, as far as those paper masks go, they do a good job, not a good job, but they do an effective job of not spreading it. So if you do have it, you're not going to give it to someone else. So I'd say about 90% of the population is wearing a mask here at almost all times here. It's just the dinky paper one, but at least that's a good way to prevent it from spreading it to other people. So that's really my thoughts on it. I do think that there'll be over 100,000 infected in China within the next few weeks. Vietnam, of course, borders on China, so it's spread to almost every it has spread to every province in China. I'd say it's going to be in every country. There's cases in Philippines now. There's cases in India. There's going to be cases everywhere. So it seems that the death toll is less than SARS, but I mean, we're going to have so many more infected, so we don't really know. At least in the next few weeks, we'll start to get more detailed information. It really sucks that this thing can show no signs and that you have to be quarantined for 2 weeks. But as far as right now, if you want my advice, and I'm not an expert in this in any way, you don't take my advice as a professional in the medical field or the WHO or anything like this. But me personally, I would not do any travel to China. I would not do any travel to Hong Kong. I probably would come to Ho Chi Minh. I wouldn't travel the rest of Vietnam. And that's really how I look at it. So right now, we've got a total, like I said, of 5 people here that have been confirmed. And then we've got, let's see, so the nation had 97 people as of total from the top to bottom of Vietnam have been quarantined. They've let go all the way up to 32, and 32 of those remain in pending test results. Vietnam's going pretty strong with whatever the WHO says, so they're following along these guidelines. They seem to be doing a pretty good job. Everyone uses an app here called Zalo to communicate. The government has an account on Zalo that pushes out updates. I mean, constantly, every 4 hours, tells you to wash your hands, wear a mask, be mindful if you have a cough and a fever, stay inside. So I think now everyone's starting to really treat this thing properly, and if we all have this kind of preventative outlook on this stuff, then it should be, you know, okay. So far right now they've got 10,000 confirmed cases and 200 deaths, so pretty low death rate still. And I've researched a lot about this. Most of the people that had died already had serious respiratory function problems, heart disease, and elderly. So usually if you're a healthy person and you get it, it's just like any other flu or pneumonia. It just passes. So that's my advice on what I would do. I'm not a professional. Don't get mad at me. I'm just giving you my honest advice, what I see here. If you are going to travel here, definitely bring the N95 mask. Bring some paper masks too. You have to bring your mask. There is no mask here for sale anywhere. If you go to a pharmacy, there's like 50 people queued up. Every pharmacy's packed. All the grocery stores are packed. So people are worried, but there's not a panic. People are still going out. People are still doing things. So another really good channel to watch for this stuff is Serpentenza A. I don't like his buddy Lao Wai, so just ignore whatever he says, although people like him too. But Serpentenza A, I'll put a link onto his YouTube, has very factual information. His wife is a Chinese doctor, actually, that is in contact on WeChat with a bunch of other Chinese doctors. He has a really good channel. He's been a YouTuber for over 10 years. He really knows his stuff. He researches stuff pretty well too. So my official stance is Hong Kong, absolutely not. Anywhere in China, absolutely not. Ho Chi Minh City, fine. The rest of Vietnam, no. If you do have family, Ho Chi Minh's even a no. Just stay home. Spend the $200 to redo your flights. I would probably plan for April as the soonest until they really have a handle on this thing. It seems that the Vietnam government's doing an excellent job on containing it and doing what they need to do to protect us. As of now, I'm not particularly worried about it. I do wash my hands a lot. I do wear the dingy paper mask when I go to the grocery store because that's all I have now. But like I said, on Monday I'll have the N95 mask. So that's really it, guys. Don't be paranoid. Don't be so fearful. There's a lot of misinformation on this. You've got to really do your homework and get a bunch of different news sources together to then form your opinion. So, alright guys, that's my thoughts about the coronavirus. Yeah, this is the Vin Homes park no one ever uses. It's fantastic. I will go for my run now, and then I'll go for my swim, and then I'll go to the gym. So everything is just daily, still the daily life that I've had. So, alright, I appreciate you guys watching. I really don't ask for much ever from you guys, but if you feel like hitting the Patreon, go ahead and make a donation to Patreon. I appreciate Scott, my one Patreon only to date still. So I really want this channel to grow. I like giving people information. I like doing fun videos for you to view. So all you that watch and leave a nice comment and subscribed, I really appreciate you. Without you guys, you know, I wouldn't be here. So yeah, that's all I got to say. Everyone have a good day. Stay healthy. Don't get paranoid. And if you have any questions, just leave a comment and I'll try to answer it as best as I can. But that's, oh, here's a lizard. See him? The camera might not pick him up. He's a bigger guy too. Yeah, he's clocking there. Alright guys, everyone stay awesome. I just copied Serpentenza A's catch line, but it's a great catch line. So we'll see you on the next one. And like I said, any questions, just leave it in the comment and I'll do my best to answer it. Alright guys, peace.